Harvest Temple Challenge Mode, as the crown jewel of endgame content in Guild Wars 2, the cherry on top of all the kill pools you already have. This strike presented gamers with the challenges which were thought to be gone, the struggles which were forgotten by the community long time ago. Tonight's the night, you finally decided it's enough waiting, time to tackle the beast and reach for the glory on your own. But how do you even start? You are no stranger to raids, you did them a million times already. So you look up the builds, read the strategies, watch the POVs, assemble the group of like-minded tryhards, and full of excitement you are ready to face all dragons of Tyria at once. But you are already doomed to failure before you even start. Why, you ask? Because for this fight you need 11 people. Yeah, but meantime there are only 10 people in the squad. Wrong, you forgot about the commander. Don't worry, I got you covered. This video is not just for commanders, it's a guide for everyone, a material to guarantee the success for your group. I would be not going through mechanics, builds, or even team composition. There is already more than enough material needed from much better players than I am. I will teach you how to actually get to that point where all of that knowledge is needed. So, let's get started.
Weakness will not be in my heart!
Finding people interested in grinding Harvest Temple is not difficult. There are plenty of static groups and players keen on learning the fight. While making the group, you have to keep two things in mind. Everyone has to be on a similar skill level, and they have to be available for all the scheduled trainings. Skill level can be measured by the raiding experience, but keep an open mind. If someone with less experience on paper is confident enough, give them a try and judge it yourself. Availability is not less crucial. Depends on your level. Clearing the boss might take weeks or even months. Having to train with backup or new members significantly increases the time needed. The key is that you have to understand how the process works. Every single person have to get to the point where they can flawlessly execute the assigned role for the team to move to the next phase. So the group skill level is the major factor. If you assemble the squad on a similar level, you are guaranteed to get the kill eventually. The experience of the squad determines only how much time you will need for it. So, about the time. Harvest Temple CM is the hardest content in the game. The process will take many hours to complete. Although everyone wants to get the Voidwalker title as fast as they can, they might not be able to, and it's your role to guide them. How do you do that?
That they can take whatever they want.
What is that new?
And no one can stop them.
Set clear goals for every session. The goal you set needs to be below the one you are actually going for. By doing so, you want to make all gamers feel that they overcome the difficulties. Making people focus on less issues will prevent the chaos slipping into the voice chat. Plan the progression in twice as much time needed, and who knows, maybe you'll get there faster. There will be times where you will go through everything smoothly, and there will be sessions where you can't even reach the stages you cleared previously. And especially in the second case, there will be issues and obstacles which you may never faced before, and there lies the key to successfully completing the Harvest Temple.
These things genuinely do piss me off. It's just, you know, if 50% of the guys find it funny, 50% of the guys find it funny.
Prepare for a ton of errors during the many hours of your grind. People will get tilted, it will feel like it's going nowhere. Some of them might drop out, some of them will start getting heated on Discord, some will shut completely. The list of possible issues is almost endless. I want to guide you on how to tackle every single one and prevent these from happening. During the first hours, your composition will be put to the test. This is the part of organizing the group. Your role as a commander is to observe how the group interacts and how people are handling center mechanics. During this time, you will also have most radical solutions in your arsenal. Set the expectations clear, which means also set the level of experience you are looking for. Failing mechanics is absolutely acceptable and will be a part of your routine. Failing to improve from them is not. So for example, if 8 people are already improved and 1 or 2 are falling significantly behind by failing the same mechanics over and over, you have to address it. General rule of thumb is that you have to assume you are the dumbest person in the squad. Ask open questions about the specific issue, which means ask questions which require a real answer, not yes or no. Try guiding the person towards the resolution, even if you exactly know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, ask for a second opinion. I'm sure there are people in the squad who have the answer. If that doesn't help, try mixing things up. Maybe someone just wanted to get into your static, but you only had a power virtuoso slot available, but they are not that comfortable with that class. Keep the option of reorganizing squad as a second resort. Maybe their power virtuoso is meh, but they will shine as a heal alak, you never know. Listen to what group has to say and try to amend accordingly. If both of previous options didn't work, don't be afraid to restructure the squad. You are going for Harvest Temple in the end. You have every right to expect from people that they can execute on what they said they can. During setting the expectations, set the rules which you will follow. Don't be afraid to replace someone. During the first hours is crucial to get the team level to a certain point. No one can be much above or significantly below. Do it in a respectful manner though. Don't lose your cool and always refer to what you established at the beginning. You are done with first session. Congratulations! But the real challenge only starts here. There will be mistakes happening on every occasion. I can't stress enough how important is the way you address them. Rule number 1. When talking about what went wrong during your last try, always talk about the issue, not the person who did it. So if all of you died because one person did not get that green, don't say, "Oh my god, Minta, you need to go to your green faster." Instead say, "Middle green needs to be taken earlier. Take the portal as it spawns and run straight for it." Does everyone know how to execute that? Do that only when you are failing specific mechanic. Do not explain to people how to dodge AoE on the ground or how to place a spacebar. Just say, "Unlucky, don't worry about it," and move on. Very important. If the person overcomes the issue you discussed, remember to give them praise for it. The other part is, when talking about errors, focus on general strategy. Keep the details and min-maxing to as low as possible. Save that for preparations. Most of the time you will wipe because someone is failing to do a certain action. Your DPS was low, someone had to move to the other place where he shouldn't, but you died to the green. Talk about the green. Hearing people discuss issues which did not impact the fight is a huge waste of energy. Your DPS was lower than expected, but you were able to finish the phase? It means it doesn't matter. Save as much of people's energy as possible. This fight will test everyone's spirit and resolve. Even the most cheerful people will get annoyed and even toxic at some points. There is no avoiding that. There will be heated moments, there will be people arguing or shouting at each other. How do you behave in such situation? You need to ensure that everyone is respectful towards each other. If people try to argue, step in. Try to rephrase their issue, ask them to leave the discussion for later, or enforce a break. You will be surprised how many issues can be resolved by simply grabbing a drink for 5 minutes.
Friendly people. Just out with my son today, enjoying the nature and the ducks.
You and your teammates are in for a long run on this one. Be friendly towards each other, try bringing your spirit up, not down. You can either get some cool new friends or find people you'll never talk to again after you are done with the strike. The decision on which side you will end up is entirely up to you. Enjoy each other's company during the breaks and while figuring stuff out. I advise you to keep your voice chat clear during the tries. No matter how much your breakfast or random person you met yesterday is interesting to you, it may annoy and distract people who might not be willing to bring that up. Save that stuff for breaks, etc. Everyone is different and will have mixed reactions. Allow people to be themselves. Be able to recognize the difference between being toxic and someone just expressing their frustration. You being the commander does not give you any special rights. Your opinion is not more valuable than others. Put yourself on the same level as other people in the squad. Don't interrupt them, and if you are being interrupted, don't point fingers at people who did that. As a matter of fact, don't put fingers at anyone in any scenario. Don't create artificial pressure when it is not needed. Remember that you are all gathered here with a single goal in mind. And probably you will get there, but it's up to you how. If you follow the rules before, you are guaranteed to get your juicy title. Treat people as you would want to be treated. You will craft a memory which will last for years. The reward is absolutely worth it. Let me know in the comments what have your experience been so far. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can also find me on Twitch. Link is in the description. Thank you guys for joining, and see you next time.